tick removal device, what they call a tick key. I've tried to use the tick key as a brand, but that kind of instrument is what I'm talking about. And I know that people have used that with success. I tried twice to use it on a tick, and it wasn't successful for me. So I've got these other instruments. One is like they're both kind of long-handled, and one looks like the claw from a claw hammer, and then the other one is basically like long-handled tweezers. So, next time I have to use an instrument, I'll try those. But you can keep the tick key, and
Okay.
so at least you'll have something.
Our homemade fire starter was good.
Oh yeah, okay. So we brought along cotton balls that we soaked with Vaseline, and that's something that I learned from Frozen on his channel, Outdoor Adventures. Very simple, right? Just a few cotton balls with Vaseline, kind of just so that it kind of covers the whole thing. It doesn't have to be a whole lot, but then put those into a baggie, and once you've got your small sticks at the bottom and so forth, and you're ready to start your fire, you can just put one of those cotton balls underneath the whole thing and light it with a lighter, and it ignites pretty well and should burn long enough to get the small sticks burning as well. And so we did that, and because we had the guy who was there before us, who had used the fire pit, there were still some hot coals at the bottom, so that helped. So we could have got the fire started without the cotton ball, but still that speeded it up. So yeah.
Well, the other thing to consider, we were camping we backpacked to a campground with dry wood available for purchase.
Yeah.
If we would have been out in the backcountry, we would have had to have gathered wood, which would have been wet.
Yeah.
So that would have come into play big time.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, that was everything on my list that I had thought of. So.
Oh, the only other thing I can think of that I kind of wished I would have had, I did buy a very small bottle of foot powder, and I didn't take it. And I know that my feet were damp because of sweat, more so than water coming in. That it would have been nice to have had some powder, but I'll take that next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, so I don't know that. I guess probably a person who's going to try their first overnighter would want to choose a time when weather conditions were favorable. There's enough to think about that you don't want the weather to be an issue probably on your first time, but we didn't really have a choice because those were the only 2 days that you could go.
Yeah.
And so we went for it. But do you have any ideas for your next adventure? Like where to go?
I have been wanting to go to the Shawnee National Forest in southern Illinois.
Okay.
Garden of the Gods, Fern Cliff. You can camp. It's dispersed camping, so as long as you're on that property, you can camp anywhere. You have to be a certain number of feet from the roadways, maybe. I'm not sure. I'd have to research it, of course.
Yeah.
I've heard it's gorgeous, so.
And hopefully we can team up again on an adventure.
For sure.
Do you feel like you would be ready for a solo, like overnighter someplace?
Me by myself?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be comfortable hiking by myself.
Yeah. Okay.
I would overthink the things that could happen if I were by myself, and then I would probably make it happen accidentally. I'm not up for that, so.
Yeah, okay, so your solo adventures don't interest you too much.
No.
But, all right. I think we probably got it. What do you think? right
Look, flags. Don't enter meth
Yeah.
lab.